Go ahead.
Okay. We'll call this meeting to order of the council on Tuesday, July 15th, 2025 at 6 p.m. This will be an open meeting and notice has been given to the public at least 24 hours prior to the meeting and by forwarding the complete agenda to the Oconto County Reporter and all other news media who have requested the same, as well as by posting. Copies of the complete agenda were available for inspection at the office of the city administrator. Roll call.
Daryl Anderson.
Here.
Kim Bronikowski.
Here.
Ron Dahl.
Here.
Dee Donlevy.
Here.
Bob LeBruck.
Here.
Casey Soul.
Here.
Lori Stenstrup.
Here.
Dan Zeller.
Here.
Mayor Martin.
Here.
Attorney Calvert.
Here. Moving on to number 3, invocation and pledge of allegiance by Alderperson Lori Stenstrup.
We call upon the Holy Spirit to guide our thoughts and actions as we begin this council meeting. May our deliberations be infused with wisdom, understanding, and a commitment to the common good. We'd also like to extend our heartfelt prayers to the Rayberg family and pray for the best results and a fast recovery. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Moving on, number 4, approval of agenda as stated.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Kim second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion carried to approve agenda as stated. Number 5, approval of the council minutes from 6/17/2025. Is there any changes or mistakes that anyone sees?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion. Dan second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried to approve council minutes from 6/17/2025. Any correspondence? Any correspondence? Any correspondence? Okay, we'll move on to number 7, public input. Is there any public input? Riley?
Riley Soul, 1240 McDonald Street. I don't have any script this time. I just, as I had said before at the last meeting, this is really important to our business to move forward, and that we would just be elated and honored to have the opportunity for any form of a liquor license. We understand there was a little, not everyone was fully on board with that. There were some questions, concerns. We understand that. So to keep things simpler and easier for tonight, we just want you guys to look at the beer and wine license if that's possible. And we could revisit at a later time in the future after we have more time to address concerns or any issues regarding the full Class B liquor license. It's just really, really important to our business that we can continue on. And we're not here for drama. We're not here for, I don't want any tension amongst council. I don't want division. I don't want, we don't want any extra attention on anything. We just want to be able to move forward. And the easiest path, I think, right now would just be for us to just move forward with the class, or a beer and wine license. So, appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Riley.
Can I make a comment?
Absolutely.
Riley, I know we had some members that were kind of on the edge and kind of undecided. Were you able to get any kind of feedback as far as what their concerns were? Because my concern, if you did not get that and their concerns are not addressed, you're not going to know what to look into or what to do to try to change it to help them understand what, waylay their concerns.
I didn't get any direct specific concerns, but we're willing to hear any and address any as they come up moving forward.
Any other comments?
I have some. Do you want me to address it now or at the item number?
At the item number.
Yeah. Okay, any other public input? Any other public input? If not, we'll move on to 8, approval of consent agenda. 8A, approval of alcohol beverage license application from Mocano Riviera LLC located at 1240 McDonald Street and appointment of agent of Anita Jensen. As everyone has heard, they have decided to go with just a beer and wine versus the complete Class B alcohol license, which we can approve tonight if we so choose, that they would have just a beer and wine to start, and then there would be some, with the what's called, conditional use permit, that we'd have to change some verbiage in there, which would help get the full alcohol beverage license. So, okay, comments? Lori is,
Well, I think you just kind of addressed them with the changing of the conditional use report. That was my topic and suggestion, is to make sure that gets changed. Because last week at the committee of the whole meeting, I shared 2 examples to support why I could not and why I will not vote to allow the liquor license. My reasoning was challenged, so I took the time to go back and review minutes and audio from June 2023 forward, when the yacht club was denied its license. I was correct in saying that the membership was not required to access the club. Ed Whelan, acting representative for the yacht club, was at the meeting. It was a public venue. Councilmember Patsy Big even asked how many public events there are held there annually. His response was multiple, and the one specific large event was the annual pig roast for Copperfest, where all proceeds went to the Humane Society. Despite that, their alcohol license was renewed. A renewal was denied. The reason included the club had been closed for more than 60 days, and the fact that the club had the option to apply for a liquor license through the state. Ed did clarify that applying for the state level liquor license was not his preference, but it was still denied. After that, letters were exchanged with our city attorney, their lawyer, and the city admin. That's not the only example. Frenchtown Franks was also denied a renewal license because it had been closed for more than 60 days. The Nautical was initially set for denial as well, but the council made an exception. They allowed renewal on the condition that Mr. Chanel reopened within 30 days and continually kept the business opened. For context, there were 16 license renewals on that agenda, and that's when Anita submitted the very nice letter saying that she was going to pull her request so everyone else could get one. So fast forwarding to this year, I couldn't make the committee of the whole meeting, so I again listened to it. Mookie's Pub was denied because it had been closed more than 60 days, and there was a lengthy discussion about it also being for sale. So now we have 3 clear and consistent examples of businesses being closed more than 60 days. As our auditors reminded us last week, consistency is key, not just for our financial health, but for the city overall. It builds trust, ensures fairness and expectations. Looking at their conditional use report, the Riviera states right there it's only open from April 1st to December 1st. That's beyond the 60 days in black and white. We denied 3 other licenses because of this. In fact, that's double the amount of time, 120 days per year. In closing, you guys have done great, Anita and Riley. I absolutely think you have. But this decision needs to be based on facts and the standards that we've set. It was implied that I was making this decision last week because of the family and who they're related to, and that deeply insulted my integrity. I've always tried to approach every issue with fairness and consistency. The comment was the main reason that I decided to talk tonight, to set the record straight and make it clear my decision is based on facts, precedents, and principle. For that reason, I can't vote yes. And my solution or remedy is to get that conditional use report changed so I can 100% vote yes, and to make sure you're open like all the other licensees. at least 60 day, at least where there's no 60 days of closure. Thank you.
Bob?
Actually, Riley and I have talked. I have no qualms about a beer and wine. And the reason why I say that is because I went through hell about 2 years ago or 3 years ago with a certain party that wanted a liquor license, and I asked them to take a beer and wine. And they had half the city of Oconto in here, and I was an SOB. They had it for 1 year, and they came back the next year and didn't ask for their liquor license renewal, they asked for beer and wine. And it was the Runes Mini Golf. So if they can have a beer and wine for 6 months, I have told Riley I could go with a beer and wine.
I agree.
But for, actually, in our ordinance, we have a 60-day closure, but we also, in the ordinance already, had 150 days you have to be open in a year for that liquor license. We need to be more conforming. And that means we have to be more, when it comes to the license period every June, we have to start looking in this. It's only this much you have to read. And everybody can read our whole ordinances and know what's going on. So we have to be more conforming. I believe that this business brings in business to the city of Oconto. Not only to our motels, restaurants, even taverns, because I think you had a wedding this last week and there was people at BJ's and over at Booze. And so I heard. But anyway. But anyway, I really think that the staffing. I don't know how you staff because I know you have people that cater. That's how most farms do it. So they must bring their own people for catering. I don't know how you do it for staffing. Is there just one main entrance that you go into? Or is there multiple entrances? Because I believe that somewhere in our ordinance, and I can't find it right now, there needs to be a main area you go in. It's called egress or whatever else. It's a nice word for in and out. And I don't know how you have your staffing for security either. I would like to know more on that, because it only takes one nut to swallow the whole thing. So it'd be nice to know about that. Other than that, I find beer and wine, if we can give it to the Runes, we can give it to the Riviera. That's how I feel. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Any other comments? Daryl?
Will this beer and wine, are they gonna be able to serve out of the building or out of the tent?
We don't do anything out of the building. That's all from under the tent.
So it's all in the tent, so basically we're given the permit for the tent.
Yeah, I define the premises in there. It's like from the ditch west and from the barnyard.
Nothing in the barn.
Right.
Okay. So that'll be where what Bob was talking about, you have one entrance into that tent?
Yeah,
We could set it up however,
the guests use our driveway or the old farm driveway. I believe that Jeremy and Riley had talked about even doing a crosswalk at some point to make sure it's near the street light. And we would be happy to do that. Right now, the guests get really excited on the green lawn and they kind of just come over like scattered cats. But we can definitely define their entrance, and some of the bridal party have done that as well through signage. But we can definitely define that and make sure we have a singular path that they're following.
Okay. Any other questions? Casey?
If the concern is being open, being open for 60 days or whatnot, and then in the conditional permit, we kind of painted them in a corner where they can only be open or have events from April to December. So is that going to be changed? Will that verbiage be changed also when we do this? So they are allowed to be open? Because we kind of have them painted in a corner there where they need to be open or can't be closed for 60 days. And then we're kind of forcing them to be closed for 3 months. So is that something that would be changed also?
Can we change that in the conditional use permit?
Again, all I'm going to say at this point is this gives us time to look at all of those issues. Because frankly, getting pushed and only having the last week to try to figure this all out is not how we should approach it. 3 years ago, I recommended not to rush on some of this, and that was my recommendation last week too. So we have time to look at those things.
Bob?
I don't think we have to change any wordage. These ordinances have been working for years and years and years. And now all of a sudden, we want to change things. Why? Because it makes it simpler for us? It's not supposed to be simple. You're up here for a reason. The reason why you're up here is to make the simple decisions and the hard decisions. And if you can't make the hard decisions with the simple decisions, maybe we shouldn't be up here. Somebody else should be up here.
I have a comment. They're not talking about changing the
I understand that
ordinance.
With the conditional use, but at the same time, why are we gonna change anything?
You guys wouldn't change anything, the plan commission would.
It'd be up to the planning commission
Still,
to recommend.
yes.
No, the council does not see conditional use permits, only the plan commission.
Oh, that's
They
right.
go there.
Lori?
Clarify on that, so if they go for the wine and beer, that's complete different, there is no 60-day be open, or be closed less than 60 days, so we can approve that today.
And
It's
that
the
will
full
cover,
alcohol one we
that will
cannot
cover
approve
your
today.
more than
Yes.
6 events
Yes.
under
So
Act
it's-
73.
They're two complete different things, and I think that's what Casey might have been asking, is we can still approve the wine and beer today.
Right.
It's not, we can't approve the, well, we could, it's a vote, it's the full liquor license that has that 60-day provision in it.
But the beer and wine will allow them to move forward with scheduling for next year. I know that was a major
Right.
concern.
Any other comments, questions? If not,
I'll make a motion to approve the
Bob?
beer and wine.
Okay.
I'll second.
Roll call?
Bob LeBrecq,
Aye.
Casey Soul,
Aye.
Lori Stenstrup,
Aye.
Dan Zeller,
Aye.
Gerald Anderson,
Aye.
Kim Bronikowski,
Aye.
Ron Dahl,
Aye.
D. Don Levy.
Aye.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
You have a good evening, Riley and Nita. Okay, moving on to number 9, discussion, action, recommendation on the following: old, unfinished business, there's none. Moving on to 10, discussion, recommendation on the following new business. 10A, approval of mayor's recommendation for appointment of Jay Reitz to the Farnsworth Library Board for a partial 3-year term ending July 1, 2026.
Make the motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Darrell, second. Roll call?
Casey Soul,
Aye.
Lori Stenstrup,
Aye.
Dan Zeller,
Aye.
Daryl Anderson,
Aye.
Kim Bronikowski,
Aye.
Ron Dahl,
Aye.
D. Don Levy,
Aye.
Bob LeBrecq.
Aye.
Okay, moving on to 10B, approval of certified survey map from Dustin and Chastity Termat in the city of O'Connell.
They're combining those two lots. They own both. They want to build a garage, so they need to do a certified survey map to make it one lot. It did go to the county. They sent 2 very minor corrections, and Paul Shallow did correct them, so.
Any other questions? If not, did I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve the changing of the certified survey map. I'll second.
Kim, second. Roll call, please.
Lori Stenstrup,
Aye.
Dan Zeller,
Aye.
Daryl Anderson,
Aye.
Kim Bronikowski,
Aye.
Ron Dahl,
Aye.
D. Don Levy,
Aye.
Bob LeBrecq,
Aye.
Casey Soul.
Aye.
Okay, recommendation from Planning Commission, 10C, approval of an ordinance regarding revisions to the motor vehicle and traffic ordinance in the municipal code of ordinance for the city of O'Connell, restrictions on parking unattached trailers. Lori?
Can we get some background on this? I think Kim are you on the planning commission? Maybe
Want
just
some
to
from
have
me?
some,
Yep.
Okay.
some light of what's going on.
Okay.
I'll let Attorney Calvert explain. it.
Okay,
Okay.
so the ordinance as it stands in the book and stuff right now is basically what's in black there. From Joe's standpoint, felt it was pretty clear. Unattached trailers sitting on the roadway, typically for more than 2 days or so, get a ticket. A disagreement arose on, okay, what is a trailer? And it was a boat on a trailer that was sitting on the roadway. And I think with the person whose boat it was, along with whoever was being asked in the police department to cite it, and Joe came to me and said, I don't know why, but we need to clarify what is a unattached trailer. So, hence the definition in red that came. An unattached trailer is an enclosed trailer, an open trailer, a camper unit, a boat, a recreational, anything that is unattached basically from a vehicle. And they talked about it in planning commission. Joe said, if it's somebody with their boat and it's attached to their truck and it's sitting there, that's fine. If it's a contractor, say that's working at a house and undetaches their trailer, he just directs them to put 2 orange cones there, and then they're fine. And again, we're not running around looking for you unattached your trailer and it's been sitting there for 2 minutes and we could give you a ticket. It's usually a couple of days and, hey, this isn't okay. So does that kind of explain how this came about? Hence that definition.
Any other questions or comments?
I just think it's funny just to see the word boat. There usually not many boats sitting on the road.
Boat on a trailer.
It's a boat on a trailer, yeah. Snowmobiles on a trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we said, like a camper unit, if your fifth wheel's sitting there and it's attached to the truck, it's fine. If your fifth wheel's just sitting there in the street, that's not. And again, this is in the street. You park it in your driveway, you park it in your yard or whatever. I mean, that's hence really the idea. We want them parked in people's driveway, not sitting on the road, unattached.
Daryl?
Why would we have to have a parking permit that you can get if you're not supposed to be there to begin with?
That's the way it was written. That's what was in there, is if you wanted your trailer to sit there for a week or something unattached, then you could go to the police department and get a permit. That's what's in the present ordinance. That's all I can tell you.
I would think there's a reason for that. Someone's moving, someone's packing up their stuff, someone's working on their house. It could happen.
Any other questions or comment?
And I would say to that effect, I obviously in red there, I did add in a limited and specified period. So you don't go get a permit from the police department and I can just leave it there all summer kind of thing. So, again.
Okay. Any other comments, questions? Daryl?
One more. Now I'm gonna slide a little to the left of this. I had thought that at one point there was parking restrictions as far as people parking in their front yards with their automobiles. Do we have that in the ordinance?
Yeah.
Then why for 3 years has this guy on Main Street been parking in his front yard?
It's a gal.
Yeah, whatever.
We deal with it and talk to her, and then the car will disappear for about 2 weeks and be parked correctly, and then it shows back up in the front yard again. And then we talk to her, and
Has she been issued any citations?
I believe so, but I don't know. I'm not positive on that one way or the other. it's been an ongoing problem.
Mhm. Okay.
And usually when we bring it up, like I said, it stops for a couple of weeks and then again.
Well, they do have a driveway that goes around the back.
Mhm.
Supposedly it's so she has a short distance to get in the front door.
Everybody to see your pretty car.
That's
Okay.
probably more accurate.
If there's no more questions or comments, can I get a motion to approve 10C?
I'll make a motion to approve 10C with the new ordinance revisions for motor vehicle and traffic
I'll second.
restrictions.
Okay, roll call?
Dan Zeller,
Yes.
Daryl Anderson,
Yes.
Kim Branakowski,
Aye.
Ron Dahl,
Aye.
Dee Donlevy,
Aye.
Bob LeBrecq,
Aye.
Casey Soul,
Aye.
Lori Stenstrup.
Yes.
Okay. 10C, approval is unanimous. Moving on to recommendation from Finance Committee, 10D, approval of accounts payable for month of June 2025 in the amount of $579,433.51. Payroll for the month of June 2025 in the amount of $189,117.10, and other financial reports as presented.
Make a motion to approve recommendation from Finance Committee.
I'll second.
Roll call?
Daryl Anderson,
Aye.
Kim Branakowski,
Aye.
Ron Dahl,
Aye.
Dee Donlevy,
Aye.
Bob LeBrecq,
Aye.
Casey Soul,
Aye.
Lori Stenstrup,
Aye.
Dan Zeller.
Aye.
Okay. Moving on to 10C, recommendation from Finance Committee, 10E, I'm sorry. Council may vote at approximately 6:25 PM to convene into closed session pursuant to notice duly given and as allowed by Wisconsin Stats 19.85, Pair 1, Pair E, for deliberating, competitive, or bargaining reasons for the following items. TID number 5, Developers Agreement for Mountain Bay Incorporated. Can I have a motion to go into closed session? Okay. Don, and then second by Darrell.
Bob, Daryl.
All those in favor? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried to go into... Motion?
Motion to approve the development agreement.
Okay,
I'll make that motion to approve the developers agreement for Mountain Bay and TID number 5.
do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Darrell, second. Roll call, please.
Kim Branakowski,
Aye.
Ron Dahl,
Aye.
Dee Donlevy,
Aye.
Bob LeBrecq,
Aye.
Casey Soul,
Aye.
Lori Stenstrup,
Aye.
Dan Zeller,
No.
Daryl
Gotta
Anderson.
be one.
Aye.
All right.
And that's it. And that's that.
Okay, number 11.
Don't forget tomorrow night's meeting,
Oh,
everybody.
yeah, don't forget tomorrow night's meeting, please. Okay,
Thanks, Frank.
number 11, motion to adjourn. Bob?
I'll make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Yeah.
Can you turn these back in because it was closed session?
We should turn those back in.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried to adjourn.